So that was really instrumental for me, and I cannot thank those advisors enough because I still use that resume. Like I now I know what what to expect. Okay, Warren, what are your goals after university?
My initial goal was to maybe complete my degree and then go somewhere else, but with the whole culture that I've like enjoyed so much so far, I definitely see myself being here for longer. So trying to find a job here right after graduation, and then as an international student, having the opportunity to get a permanent residence status or even becoming a citizen maybe. You're currently a graduate student, right? And you're already working in Canada. So did you use any career supports on campus to find work?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I did use a lot of support from campus to get to where I am right now. So currently, I'm in my co-op work permit. And then, I recently got an extension. So I'll be, staying in Canada and working for the next foreseeable future. So I'll just start with the Career Center. So, when I first came to Canada and I started to apply for because I could work part-time, so I would just apply to this, I guess, many places on and off campus, but I never heard back. And I would I think I had that qualification, and I did, right? And I thought I had that experience of working internationally, but something was just not right. And I was not able to figure that out. So I came to know about the Career Center. It was through a friend of mine and also through some of these emails that we get, from the university. So I went there, met an amazing advisor. So it was a one-on-one free consultation session at that time. And then, she looked at my CV and my resume, and then she started, okay, Avash, not this way, you should do it this way, and then you should make it like more quantitative, and you should make it like this is a paper which communicates about you, so there's like a proper way of doing it and all of that. So that really helped me, right? So once I had that help from the Career Center, and they were very flexible. So even though I had I got an interview after a couple of weeks, and then I was like, okay, now I know what to do with my resume and CV, in a Canadian context, what they would like to see it. But then what about interview? Because I've waited way too long to get a job, so I really didn't want to mess it up. So I just emailed them. They were so supportive that they also had that program where they would also do a mock interview for you. So I went there, took all my resume and CV, and then one of the advisor there at the Career Center, she really helped me to, do a mock interview one-on-one, provided me with feedback, asked if, I want to do a next session with her and all of that. So I did that, and in the next 2 weeks, I already had a graduate student internship with the University of Alberta, and I also was offered a job at the Career Center itself because I had that whole experience, right? So that was really instrumental for me, and I cannot thank those advisors enough because I still use that resume. Like I now I know what what to expect. But at the same time, even the Center for Writers, because once you get into a job setting, then you have these certain requirements and competencies and skills that you need to demonstrate. And as an international student, I did not have all of them. So, and technical writing was one of the main ones. So it was so great to know that the Center for Writer was offering a free semester-wide writing session for international students. So I joined that, completed a whole semester with them. It was amazing. I learned from email etiquettes to how to properly paraphrase, to write technical skills and all of that, right? So basically how you can communicate better, both verbally and through written formats. So these supports that were at the university out of cost, for international students. So that was really helpful for me to, be where I am right now, working with the government. So yeah.
I see. That's actually super interesting because I'm thinking about what you just said in terms of like all these services, and I'm thinking of what my class is. And everything that you mentioned was actually something that, because the engineering faculty is very like specific in a lot of ways, all of these resources are actually provided in our classes. But it's so nice that I'm hearing that even if you're not part of like a specific faculty which like provides all these resources, it's so good to hear that there are programs offered by the International Student Services or even like the Career Center. Was there like anything, like any other programs that you were able to get from them essentially? That you were able to benefit from the two of them. So International Services Center or like the Career Center, for instance.
Yeah, so definitely from the Career Center, I was able to manage to get a GSIP, which is a graduate student internship program opportunity, and that was really instrumental to set me well in the Canadian market, because once I had that Canadian job experience, it was really helpful for me to jump into other jobs, or just make them understand that I have that understanding and competencies required to work in a Canadian setting. But definitely once I started, and it was also from the Career Center, where they linked me with like, hey, you know what, there's another resource at the Center for Writers where you can do it, right? And there are also advisors at the International Student Services who also do the same thing for you, right? For international students also, there are ISS advisors who would also do a resume review for you, who will also do a mock interviews for you. They're like, they're just master of all jacks for international students, right? They know everything. So it was really helpful for me to go there and also get some help and advice from them as well through like, drop-in check-ins, or, now it's online. So just those online advising sessions as well. And not only it was, the career part was one thing, but also there are some other components, like you need to fill out your tax, documents when you start your first job. And I have never done that. And the whole CRA document is overwhelming. You see all those boxes, and I don't want to mess up that, because you're an international student, you don't know much, and you have worked so hard to come where you are. You really don't want to take any chance. So at that point of time, again, going back to ISS advisors and like, just telling them, I got an offer, they want me to fill out all of these documents, I don't know what to do, right? Like, there are supports available, and you just need to go there and talk with them, and they are more than happy to help you. So yeah, I would say there was a holistic environment, like it's an integration of service that I personally experienced, right? So I go one place, they refer to me to somewhere else, and then, I know there's this. And at the same time, all of these services help you to grow in a very holistic way and support your entire career process from your, university job to up to your, post-graduation. So that was really grateful. Like, I'm really grateful for that.
So nice of them. Yeah.